You know, you've always been on the cricket field. You've been someone who's dashing. I was the person who made him run a lot a few years ago.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about running and how important it is it in cricket?
Well, I suppose from my perspective, I stood out as a cricket player, definitely not as a batsman with a very average, but what certainly, I suppose, made people stand up and notice was the agility that I had in the field and the ability to go all day in the field. And I think that was important, that fitness levels then weren't even considered. You know, it's become such a scientific process too. And if you think about the apps and utilizing technology, but those days when you were chasing me around the field, it was pretty much there and back as fast as you could, and making sure that your fitness levels were maintained to a degree where you could play at the top level for all, you know, the entire game. Whereas now it's become very specific with regards to, or very scientific even. If you're a batsman, a bowler, a wicket keeper even, you know, you got a fitness trainer giving you those specific deals or jobs to do. And I think the greatest thing about running is that you can be anybody. And you can be any shape and size, and you can just get a pair of shoes on and
do it.
Hit the road.
Hit the road. You know, a couple of years ago, it's exactly like what he said. You know, our fitness was we put 2 cones 20 meters apart and we sprinted 10 times and did 20 sets after every single practice session. I can vouch for what his work ethic was like back then, and I know how much hours you put in then. But can you tell us, what is H0T's personal training regime like right now?
Well, right now it's about changing nappies at 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, that's quite a difficult thing. Probably the toughest job I've ever had to do. And fortunately, I'm kitted out for that very difficult task. But it's, you know, for me, it's also about mixing up sports. And I grew up in South Africa with a lot of open space, which you don't always get here in India, which is why running is such a good option, because you don't need a pair of cricket spikes or hockey boots and a hockey stick. I think what I try and do is mix up as much as possible. So in India, I do visit the gym. I spend a lot of time on the field of practice. I have sort of 4 or 5 guys, not even 5, maybe 3 or 4 guys at a time, which is quite high intensity. But in South Africa, at home, I get a mountain bike, I've got a surfboard. I do have a pair of running shoes which sit there and cry and look at me and want me to take them out on the road a bit more often. But I like being outdoors, you know, so it's not difficult to get me out. But I do like to mix it up. And I think that's, as a fielding coach in India, it's always a concern for me is that people, when you play cricket, it's just about running forwards and backwards. You know, football, badminton, you know, they're all those sort of games that I grew up playing hockey, soccer. They all allowed me to field the way that I did, you know, because it's sideways movement and it's giving you agility and explosive power. And, you know, soccer players, one behind here, will show again that it's not just about, running forward.
Yeah, super. You know, H0T was the person who taught me that all those hours of practice is about preparing for an opportunity you don't know you're going to get. And that was one secret and one tip that I learned from him. So, and I've kept that with me all these years. Fantastic.
Pay me later. Sure.
Super. Fellow running ambassador at Puma. She's a marathon. She was one of the fastest women at the 2013 Mumbai Marathon. Please join me in welcoming Lisa Haydon. Welcome.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you
Lisa, we have been speaking about running, I think, for the last month on many stages and many other platforms. So, what can you tell us? You know, you've seen the property grow, you've seen running grow. This is something a little bit different. We launched Ignite just a few weeks ago, and we ran around the entire city. Now we're taking it to the corporates, where it's a shorter version. It's a 5K run, 4-man team. We're trying to really tackle the corporate culture. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's fantastic that we're encouraging corporates to run, because there are a few corporates at Puma, like Nikhil over there, that I really think he should definitely participate in the Urban Stampede. But I think all of the running events that we've done so far have been really exciting, because for me it's so wonderful to interact with the runners around the country. We had a run in Bombay, then we did a run in Delhi, and now we're launching this here. So, I mean, running is my passion. I actually feel very intimidated on the stage full of wonderful and amazing athletes. I just do this for fun. but I think it's great that we're getting people involved and getting to share that experience with them, because when you're so passionate and you love something so much, it's just wonderful to interact with like-minded people that love and enjoy doing the same thing as you do. So let the corporates run. Let the corporates run, okay. So with no further ado, gentlemen, I'm going to invite my last guest on stage. He's the man who, together with Puma, conceptualized the entire Puma Urban Stampede. He is the CEO of Runners for Life. Please help me welcome Arvind.
why don't you just share some thoughts? What was the vision behind Puma Urban Stampede? You've grown a phenomenal property, and we're going to see numbers like nothing else. So what were you thinking? You've brought us all here. Share us your thoughts.
I think you got that. What was I thinking? So the idea was, 5 kilometers seems like a lot to a lot of people, right? You're thinking about it's the distance between where you live and that place, which is 5 kilometers away. I always take a bus or a car or an auto to go there. But we wanted to tell everybody that 5 kilometers is within, everybody's reach. And when you run your first 5 kilometers, then you're on a ladder you can't stop being on. And we wanted to make sure that lots of people have the thrill of doing that 5 kilometers and enjoying that. And I'm really happy that everybody is here because we're all aligned on this one. And we want running and fitness to be within everybody's reach. And running first 5K is phenomenal. I know when I did it, when I got back to running after years of not doing it, running my first mile, which is 1,600 meters, felt like I just won the Nobel Prize or something. So that's how it started.
Absolutely fantastic. So are you going to take us through, you've got us here, you've got some sporting icons, you've got some CEOs, I believe you've designed a bit of a race, I believe you have a t-shirt to launch. You want to just run us through what we're going to be doing today?
Yeah, I think the first thing that we have to do is really, one of the reasons why all of us are here is because the new look of the year is here. So if we can have the t-shirts up and if we can give it to every one of them, we'll take the mics away for a moment. So, thank you very much, yeah.
Fantastic.
No, 5 kilometers in
you've
there.
You've got to earn these. Come on. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
now we go to the part that I really like, okay? We put a relay race for all of you guys, right? So the idea is not to run 5 kilometers because I don't know how many of you have got 25 minutes to wait, or 30 minutes in my case, right? Now, we've got teams, and the teams are as follows. I'd like people to stand with their teams. It's Abhishek and Sandesh are one team. Sharmila and Shamal are one team.
This side?
And H0T and Amit are one team. Lisa, you're not running for reasons of your own.
I'm gonna be the person that moderates the race.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
We all need a race director.
I'm gonna supervise.
Yeah, perfect. So her judgment is final, right?
I'm gonna supervise the athletes.
Yeah. So the race is a 100-meter relay. I mean, it's a 2 into 100. Which team do you think is going to win?
Oh, okay, hang on a second. I'm gonna go with Shamal and our girl power over here. Our girl power in pink. she's got the longest legs. If you have to.
How many of you think that Shamal and Sharmila are going to win this race? Oh, okay. You have some votaries among all the runners. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. Sandesh
Where's all my running influences? Come on, back.
Yeah, and then there's H0T and Amit. And how many people think H0T and Amit are going to win?
There's a press. Put your hands up. All
oh, okay. Abhishek and Sandesh, how many of them are on their side? Oh, we have some votes. Excellent,
Abhishek.
wonderful.
They're
wonderful.
paying for the food.
Wonderful. So, Mevash, if you're there, and if you can take that point, so my request is Abhishek, Sharmila, and H0T, if you can come with me over there to the race start. And Sandesh, Amit, and Shamal, you guys have to go to that side.
Fantastic.
Right? On your marks, get set, run! By a hair's breadth, and then some, Shamal and Sharmila. That's what we have time for over here. Thank you so much for all of you coming here. I hope all of you enjoyed yourself. The idea is to have a blast and to run as swiftly as you can.
Okay, thank you all for being here, all of you on stage. Thanks. Yeah?
Something about this event, about the Puma and your association with this brand.
My association with Puma started many years before, you know, Track My Run or the Urban Stampede. I used to love running when I was a kid. In fact, this Priyadarshini Park is where I first started to run. And it actually is very sentimental to be launching the 2015 calendar of the Urban Stampede here in this park where I first started running. And my association with Puma started early because I loved Puma colors, I loved their clothes, I loved their shoes when I was a kid because they were fun and they were exciting. And then as I got a bit older and I started taking running more seriously, I realized that picking the right shoe is as crucial as being passionate about running. In fact, it facilitates and fuels your run. So I started using the Puma Mobium shoe, after which now they've come out with Ignite, and I've swapped over to the Ignite shoe. So I love running for Puma, it's my passion, and it's a very privileged thing to be able to endorse a brand that you genuinely believe in. I'll do as many as my schedule permits, and obviously I love running. We just did a run, Ignite Your City run in Delhi, and I participated. That was a 9-kilometer run. So wherever I can run, I will run, because the most exciting thing for me of being a Puma runner is the fact that I get to interact with other runners. You know, we have you get to interact with so many different people from all over the country that are passionate about the same thing that you're passionate about, and that for me is the joy. Thank you. Thank you very much.